suppose to hear the team song and to hear the music pumping in the change room, that must feel good.
Yeah, I celebrate the little wins there. So obviously, really good performance tonight, and really proud of the group, and proud of Chaz backing up after Wednesday night, and there was a lot of good players tonight. So really consistent performance.
What does it say about the side with the fact that you lost Saab to the illness, you had two of the Toronto players out, there's a number of troops that were down, you're back here at home, haven't had a win here. Yeah. What does that really say about this team at this point?
Yeah, look, we can be as good as we want to be. We had a fantastic start of the season, and we've sort of gone win-loss over the last 5 games. So, look, I feel like tonight was somewhere near our best, and there's a lot of spirit in the group, really good connection in the group, and when we're willing to turn up like that, look, we give ourselves a chance against anybody.
We'll get to Chaz in a moment, but Luke Brooks tonight, he was really impressive, his kicking game particularly. Very good.
I just said to Brooks that I've sort of watched him play for a long time, but that's as good as he's played, I think. Certainly in his time at Manly. I thought both Chaz and Brooks, his kicking game tonight was outstanding and put Brisbane in uncomfortable positions, and we backed it up with some good defence. So Brooksy was very good tonight. Yeah, excellent. Yeah.
Clayton as well, double, 2 or 3, two, 1 to 9. Some impressive. He was everywhere. He was so good. Yeah,
and he was great. I just sort of, gave him a bit of a shout out because he literally got told yesterday morning that he was playing. Sabi had trained all week. Clayton had trained as a fullback. He was training as fullback in our second team all week. So for him to come into the side and do the job, and he's done it, well in the past. But it was a really high level performance from Clado, and not much prep, but just got on with it, which was we're really pleased, and that's probably a bit of a growth for us.
What about Levi? He seems to be really hungry for that.
Yeah, no, he was great. Yeah, really good tonight. He asked a lot of questions. I think maybe he poked his nose through there in what had been the first set. So he was really good. Yeah, great.
Cheers, how can you get out there tonight after Wednesday's result? Is it easy to get up after an Origin loss?
Win or loss during State of Origin, it's always difficult. Like whether you win or whether you lose in Origin, you're still hurting. But I guess the part that sometimes gets lost at this level is that we love playing footy. So if there's an opportunity to play, you want to play. You want to get out there with your team. So the win-loss factor doesn't come into it too much, especially when you get a bit older. It's more around making sure that you're available and you can do the job for the team. So. The group had a great energy tonight. It was a real pleasure to be out there with them.
I know you asked tonight if you were worried about keeping your spot for game 2. Was it hard to sort of block out the headlines leading to this game? It's only got louder since Wednesday, I guess.
Yeah, look, I mean, at the end of the day, I sort of try and keep it really simple. I play footy for a living. I'm so grateful for the opportunity of what I've got. If it ended, I played 26 Origin games, so I'm very grateful for that, but I would love to be back there again, no doubt about it. And I just love playing footy. For this club, with this team, as Seib said, there's a real energy about us. We haven't found our best footy consistently yet, but I think tonight's just a reminder that it's there. We just got to keep leaning into it.
Is there a chance you're going to miss this game at all? You always backing up?
Well, I was really lucky with Seibs and the coaching staff and the high performance staff. They gave me the ability to basically wake up this morning and get some recovery done and see how I was feeling. So obviously this group, this team means a lot to me. So I felt like if I was able to get out there and put in a good performance and physically and mentally be there, I wanted to be out there. So it's a really great team performance tonight. Really proud of the boys.
So do you feel like you should arguably push to keep the score that hard?
No, I think it'd be silly for me to keep talking about Origin. It's just going to take away the shine from the Manly boys tonight. There were so many good players out there, really good team performance. So I think when the time's right, we'll talk about Origin later.
Just personally, even this type of game, did you feel that was maybe your best game a little bit as well, or just the way that right hand was playing deaf and the way you guys sort of got home a bit, keeping them through?
No, I don't think it was, to be completely honest. Yeah, there've been a couple of good performances leading into Origin, so we've got a great team in there, great energy at the moment.
It was a nice 150 from Jazz too.
Exactly, great milestone for Jazz, and for someone who's only been here 13 weeks, I think, that performance was probably a fair reflection of how much we wanted to play for Jazz as well. He's got a real energy about him. He's a really important part of our team on the field, and also off the field he brings a lot as well. So it's great that we could reward him with a great milestone win.
So you talk about one loss, one win, one loss, one win. How do you channel the energy to take this and sort of build all this momentum to try and get that consistency? Do you take something from this week, what worked? How do you find that energy that's in that room right now?
Yeah, well, one of the things we had a full week preparation-wise. I think there's a real evenness to the competition. You know, the salary cap, by the design of it, is meant to make every game a real contest. I think, you know, everyone can see the evenness in the competition. I think where it's a little bit unbalanced is, you know, who you play twice, you know, your turnarounds and so on. So we've been sort of navigating our way through, you know, our preparation each week, and we had a good prep. It was a bit chaotic because we had, you know, Hamole and Chaz with Origin, and, you know, Sabi with a bit of sickness, and we had a bit of sickness the week before. But I just, you know, want to reinforce that we've got a really good team here. They care about what we do. We're not always going to get it right, but if we can be, you know, in the fight like we were tonight, we'll be a really good footy team. And we've shown that this season. I think we're 6-6 after the halfway mark. And I think there's a lot of teams around that. I think there's a lot of teams trying to find that consistency, but it's a really even comp. So you can't expect to turn up and just win. You've got to prepare well. You've got to turn up with the right attitude and apply yourself. And yeah, we did that tonight against a good Broncos team. I mean, you know, there's plenty of good players in that team. So yeah, we just got to stay at it, stay the course.
So it's not that serious decision to spend that's gone through.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's rare that we see two different players work.
Yeah, no. It's been, yeah, I mean, it's touch wood, we're over the bumpy part, but, you know, we lost our GM for the week 2 weeks ago, and lost our main physio all this week. We've had, we've lost 2 players in 2 games, and there's been 5 or 6 others the week before last who are a little bit crook, but there's no excuse. Every club deals with injury, illness at any time of the year, and I think, we've tried to navigate and handle it as best we can, but yeah, just really pleased that we've had a bit of illness, and someone like Clayton comes in and does a job like that. I mean, that's what we want in our club.
Josh Allier, his shoulder.
Yeah, well, he's had a few bumps on his shoulder this year, so we need to get that looked at, because every time he's tried to get started again, he's taken a bump to that shoulder. I thought it was really good to start the game, and we missed him in the second half, but yeah, we just need to be guided by the medical staff. I mean, the next thing I would imagine he'll get an MRI or a scan and an X-ray for that scapula. I think there's a bit of bruising there. We just need to make sure it's nothing too more sinister than that.
So there's been a bit of talk about schedule around Origin the last few days. The fact that you guys, I mean, Dad will play 3 games in 8 days. Was that something that was part of you know, when you decided whether to play him today, or was it not a concern?
Yeah, well, the biggest thing is, right, look, one thing as a coach, I want my players, I want my players to be available for State of Origin or playing for their country. I think it's the pinnacle of the game. I think that's really important. That's the first thing. The second thing is there's been no pressure from me for Ches to back up. I made sure that I've given him some space, and we made the decision. Ches made the decision this morning. And I think it's important because I don't know what Origin's like. I've been an assistant coach there, but never played it, not even close. So I wouldn't have a clue mentally and physically what they go through. So I think I need to be guided by the player and Chaz, and we'll give Chaz a few days off now, and hopefully he can get away from footy for a couple of days now, and rest up and spend a bit of time with his family, and then we'll work out what's going to happen on Thursday night against Newcastle, later in the week.
It is a quick turnaround. Who are you likely to have available for selection?
My understanding, Jake and Seibold definitely, and Turbo is probably a maybe because it's a short turnaround. I think talking to the medical staff, if it was a Sunday game, then Turbo would be a definite. So again, we'll just sort of see. Look, Turbo did a bit of running this morning, and he'll have a rest tomorrow and do some running Monday. So yeah, there'll be 2 back there, I think. Sabi, he's a little bit crook still, so yeah, who knows.
Sorry.
Cheers.
You said one.